let's talk about Grave Encounters 2. Boy, can we talk about Grave Encounters 2. Oh my god. As a continuation of the first film, it works. It's a logical continuation. Story-wise. Character-wise. Oh my god. Okay, the one thing I liked about the first one is that they didn't pussyfoot around, alright? Right away, you had Jerry, delivering a little opening prologue about how he got this footage from the crew of Grave Encounters and all that, and then went straight to the footage, right? This one decided to be like all other found footage movies and put a bunch of bullshit before all the stuff that has happened. What I liked about the first one is they didn't have a bunch of B-roll shot stuff before the film, before the plot actually started, and then transitioned into the plot. They had one little explanation and then the plot right away. They gave their explanations and everything, exposition, and then they went into they had their setup with Kenny and all that, and then once Kenny was gone, boom, right into the film. This one, like the first half hour, is just bullshit. It introduces us to our main set of characters. Alex is a film student. It starts with a bunch of YouTube reviews. One of them, Sean C. Williams, cool duder, look him up. He's on there before he lost weight. If you watch this, see him on there, and you never seen him before, and you go to watch him now, I'm going to be able to tell the difference, because he was really heavy set here, lost a lot of weight. Very good for him. I should do that. But anyway, a bunch of YouTube reviews of the first film with Alex put in there. And then it's Alex and his friends for the first half hour. Most of them, I can stomach. It shows Alex, at this Halloween party where his friends bust into his room because they couldn't find him. He's in there whacking off. So they have him dressed as a woman. And he passes out drunk. Wakes up the next day. And then shows that he's a... Hold on a minute. There's something at the end I didn't realize there was. I'm reading the subtitles. Okay, that wasn't important. But more bullshit like at the beginning of this movie. And just them, goofing around and stuff. Like I said, most of the characters I can stomach. But there's one character in particular, Trevor, pisses me the fuck off. This character, Trevor should have just... He is the one, his camera is the one that's taking the footage, right? And he does this thing where he takes the camera, right, and he gets right in front of it. And he's smoking weed or whatever. He's going, and now look at, do you like seeing that? Right up in there? Because it's annoying. And he does it multiple times. He's like, it's for my thesis, high times in college. And I'm like, or high times on campus, whatever. I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. And this is so fucking annoying. Alright? Okay. They go to the hospital from the first film, right? And they get there. First of all, this one wasn't really Trevor's fault. But, like, they're there, and security guard shows up. Now, tell me if this makes any sense to you. He says that the buildings are filled with asbestos, and they have to leave. But he has to take their camera. he has to take all the tapes from all the cameras because there's asbestos in the building. Anyway, they tell him fuck no, and they take off. And then they come back that night, and they try to sneak in. The word is sneak in. What's Trevor doing? Oh, he's making a bunch of fucking noise. Oh, guys! They're like, Trevor, shut the fuck up. I'm like, yes, please, will you? You're trying to sneak into a building, and Trevor is being loud as hell. It's annoying. So it's no surprise when he finally kicks the bucket. When he's finally killed, I cheered. I mean, the first time I watched this, I did. I'm sitting there going... And he becomes more bearable once they get into the hospital, but once he's killed, and I won't say how he's killed yet, when we get to it, I cheered. I was like, yes! Motherfucker gonna die. Now, Alex is trying to prove that the first Grave Encounters movie is real. So he goes to the studio that produced it and to Jerry himself to try to get information, and Jerry tells him to leave, but then meets him out in the car and says, come to my office tomorrow, no cameras. So Alex looks at a little camera you can't see, and he records a bunch of information. Everything in the first film was real. The Vicious Brothers were just his interns, and he set them up as fakes to cover his tracks. He was scared to hell when he first got the footage, but needed the money after paying off all the families from the first film. So he put it out as a film, added special effects, so explained the CGI special effects stuff in the first one, and put it out as a film. And then you got they go to the actor Sean Rogerson's mother's house, which is not a real mother, but his real mother. But as Sean Rogerson played Lance in the first one, as well as in this one, we'll get to that. But they go to his mother's house, and I guess she's mentally ill. She's talking about how Sean will be here in a minute, and he's out filming a new TV show, and it's like. And then her caretaker comes in and tells them to leave. And so that's when they decide to go to the hospital, which has a different name. Here's what I don't understand, alright? By the end of the film, though, I can understand, they bleep out the name of the hospital that they're going to. It didn't bleep out the first one when they said it was Collingwood. But say it's not Collingwood, it's a different name, but they bleep out the name so we don't know what it is. I don't know. So, now let's get to the hospital itself. After a little more bullshit, they get to the hospital at night to meet this person called Death Awaits, who was sending videos and pictures and stuff to Alex. Turns out, they're the ghosts. The ghosts can send pictures and emails and stuff like that. Yep, they can totally do that. They get there, and two of them are killed off almost right away. One of them gets separated, she's killed off, and then the Chinese dude goes to get the camera. He's thrown out the window. And then they're trying to find their way out. Unlike the first one, they do appear to get out. And they go, they leave, run out the front door, they get in the car, they go back to the hotel, they get their stuff, and they go in the elevator to go back down to get out of there. So, this is like one of the only things I like about this is this little twist. They're in the elevator, they're going down. As they're getting in the elevator, there's this maid that's just kind of standing there. And it's kind of freaky. And then as they're going down, when it opens, they're in the tunnels beneath the sanitarium, the hospital. And no, we were out. I don't know if I've paid attention, but do they have their stuff with them? As it appears that they have all their stuff with them when they're running around down the basement area. As they're down there, the fog that took Sasha in the first one begins to come around them, But Lance, or Sean, shows up, still with his pipe, all messed up in the head from the lobotomy, looking like a caveman, shows up, saves them, and brings them to his little room where he's got this red door that leads to nowhere. He says the spirits tell him that's the way out. Okay? So, they need to open the door, but it's bolted shut. They have bolt cutters in their bags upstairs, so they gotta... Sean has this map because the walls are ever changing. He's able to find a way as they change and how to go through there, which I like. He's been there for, according to this, because the first film took place in 2004, so he's been there for 9 years. And he only thinks he's been there for 9 months, but it's been 9 years. He circumnavigated the whole place to get the whole place set up to where you can jump through at certain times, and he does, and they get the bolt cutters, but then they decide to arrest. But Lance kills Trevor, takes the bolt cutters, bursts open the thing, open the door, nothing, because it doesn't lead to anything. He goes up to the room with the writing on the wall, and he yells at the spirits, saying, "You lied to me. You said if I open the door, I'd be able to get out." And they say he can only get out if he gets all the footage, and only one person can leave with all the footage, because they want to keep making the films so that people keep coming back to investigate, and they can take more patients. So who we got left? We got just Lance, or Sean or Lance, whatever. We call him Lance. Lance and Alex and his sort of girlfriend, Jennifer. And they're the only ones left. Alright? Sean tries to kill Alex, but Jennifer shows up, whacks him in the back with the pipe. And all of a sudden, this portal shows up, sucks one of the cameras, along with Sean, or Lance, whatever, into the portal. Okay? And, when Sean tried to kill them, or, no, whatever, Lance, whatever, I don't call him Lance. When Lance tried to kill them, he was shouting that, only one can live, and they gotta bring the tapes with them to continue it. After this happens, Alex says he understands what he has to do, and automatically just decides to kill Jennifer with the camera. How do you turn that quickly? How do you go from, no, we gotta get out of here, to, fuck it, and then he can leave? He can only leave if he makes the movie, and he's the only one that can leave. I understand you want to survive when you get out of there. That's why Sean has a map. You look at the map. You read the map, the patterns. Sure, you might not be able to guess it, but you can... If Sean... That's a big thing. If Sean has figured out how to maneuver through, why couldn't he maneuver through to the front door and leave? If he could figure that out. I understand that they sort of left. It appeared that they left, and then they didn't leave. But at first I liked that scene, but it's like, no, you wouldn't. Where's the car? How did they get in the car? No, it doesn't make any sense. If they ran to the hotel, it would be one thing. But they got in the car, they drove out of there to the hotel, right? So that doesn't make any sense. It's a cute little twist. Makes no sense. So, it would make more sense if they followed Sean's map to get out. Then again, we wouldn't have a film, that would we? Because supposedly this is all, everything we are seeing is footage of this. Because after this, Alex kind of walks through the door, he kind of makes this weird look, and then he's out with the broken camera. He's found by the police, and the next thing, it cuts to him and Jerry sitting doing an interview for it, and they say that Jerry claims Alex showed up with the film saying he's got a sequel to Grave Encounters 2. To Grave Encounters. So apparently, the whole interview thing with him earlier and going to the studio was, how would that work? Because they say that they want to stress that it's not real. Everything is fake. There's a scene where Jerry confirms that it's real. And his friends watch that tape. So they couldn't have filmed it afterwards and then just put it in because his friends watched the tape. And if they filmed it afterwards, his friends were already dead. So how did they explain it? Because I was sitting there thinking, oh, they just added it later. But then trying to say that, they're already dead. So how did they watch that tape of his confession? They couldn't. So how were they going to get away with that? People who have brains can sit there and watch and be like, you're sitting there saying it's fake. In the context of this world, not for real. But you're sitting there going, okay, you're sitting there saying everything and this is fake. Okay. Oh no, but yeah, you're sitting there, okay. Okay, I gotta rethink that. Because if you got a brain, alright, sitting there trying to say it's fake. But then this movie's trying to say it's real because of what happened. It messes up the entire idea of this movie is supposed to be, everything we saw is supposed to be real, but they're saying it's fake, is what I'm trying to say. But because you can't just, you could claim, oh, we just put that footage in. How did they watch it on the TV if they're already dead? See, that doesn't make any sense. Who knows? But, yeah, this movie was not as good as the first one. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Like, share, and subscribe. And guys, in my next video, Top 5 Tuesdays video. Top 5 favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. So look forward to that. Love, peace, and chicken grease.